What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with that real boxing-ish, the boxing clinic you're digging. We keeping it moving, man. Doing videos Memorial Day, happy holiday to everybody, stay side. We talking about Canelo today, man. A lot of people believe that, Canelo could beat Triple G. And, I'm not saying that he can or he can't. As a fan, I'm pulling for Canelo Alvarez. Nothing against Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. If he wins, hopefully, he can become undisputed champion. We have a second undisputed champion in the sport of boxing. He can move on and do bigger and better things for his career. He said he wants to fight till he's 40. So it's really no downside to wins this fight. I think hopefully if it lives up to the hype, the fans win, in my opinion. But, I haven't broke down this fight to give, anybody a definitive answer, from a straight boxing point of view. No emotional feelings, no heart, just strictly from a boxing standpoint of view. I haven't done it, and I don't want to do it for a while. I want to do it till about this coming up weekend. But one thing I can tell you, for people who think that Canelo can follow the Danny Jacobs and kind of the Kassim Uma blueprint of outboxing, Gennady Golovkin and moving around and creating angles and kind of do what Jacobs and Kassim Uma did and trouble Golovkin with movement, you on crack. That ain't gonna happen. I seen Canelo doing some foot drills. That's just something you can't. That's something you can't improve in one training camp. In my opinion, you can't. Just won't happen. You can have 10 training camps. It's not gonna happen. It's not Rocky 3. Where Mr. T, beat the shit out of Rocky and Apollo Creed take Rocky to California, and they increase his speed and they increase his footwork and he's nimble on his feet and he's this, boxer puncher now. It ain't gonna happen. Apollo Creed ain't walking through that door. Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, they ain't walking that door to help Canelo Alvarez in that department. And if they could and they would, it wouldn't happen. Canelo suffers from the same thing that kills Adrian Broner, and that's footwork. Lack of feet. And maybe it's genetic. I think it is genetic. They got lead feet. They got heavy feet. They're not moving on their toes. And, people wouldn't think it was a factor about Golovkin slow on his feet. It's not about, Golovkin being slow on his feet. His style matches his footwork. People say, oh, he's slow. He's slow. No, he's not slow. He's probably, physically slow on his feet. But technically, he's able to cut the ring off and pressure a guy and put him in a position where they mentally and physically drain by some point in the fight. Danny Jacobs was able to offset that. He was. But everybody else he fought, they fell victim to a Kell Brook, Kassim Uma, Curtis Stevens, Rubio, Lemieux. And not too much Lemieux. He boxed Lemieux up. But, everybody, fell victim to that. You can't let this guy come downhill and dictate the pace and dictate dictate the pace and dictate the distance. You can't let him come downhill on you. Once he come downhill, especially on Canelo isn't the guy that's gonna be, moving back and moving side to side and creating angles. Golovkin gonna pin him into a corner and beat the dog walking shit out of him if that happens. If you betting on, Canelo to move and box and stab and jab and move and groove on Triple G, well, you out your goddamn fucking mind. Don't put your money up. Don't parlay on it, parlay bet. Don't bet your homeboy, because you're going to be paying money. Now, what I mean doing heavy film study, man, that's your disclaimer right there. I'm going to tell you what can happen. Best way for Canelo to beat Triple G is he has some James Toney traits, and a lot of people don't really go there. I'm going to go here. He got some James Toney traits. That means, he's more of a plotter with his feet, but he has good upper body movement. Be able to move his body right to left, slip, dip, dive, and jive with his upper body. When you're able to slip and hit guys with punches they don't see coming, like Golovkin, who's thinking mostly offense most of the time, but he has some defensive thoughts. So he's able to keep him in front of him. And people say, how can Canelo knock out Triple G when he couldn't knock out Chavez Jr. or other guys? Triple G is a guy that's going to take chances. He's not going to mail it in and go all defensive and try to go into survival mode. He going out on his shield or you going out on your back. And what Canelo's going to have to do is fight in that pocket. Like Pernell, Floyd did. Move the shoulders, slip, move his head, be defensive responsible, and deliver in the pocket to the body, uppercut to the head, counterpunch. Hit Golovkin with the punch he doesn't see coming, and that's how he can get the stoppage, and that's how he can make, Golovkin gunshot timid. What else he can do is he can press the attack early. He can put Golovkin in a bind. He can put Golovkin on the ropes, be physical with him. That don't mean he has to be the stronger guy. That means he just has to press Golovkin and do what Jacobs did. When Jacobs pressed Golovkin, Golovkin didn't deliver no more. He went into a defensive shell. Press Golovkin. Most Europeans, you press them, put them on the back foot, they can't fight. So that's two of the ways he's going to have to do that, man. But it is what it is. We gone.